What if I told you that the stunning limestone islands of Halong Bay weren't always islands, and that their true origin story involves a dramatic collision of continents, ancient oceans, and forces that shaped them over 500 million years? Picture this: you're floating through emerald waters, surrounded by nearly 2,000 limestone pillars that rise like dragon's teeth from the sea. Some tower hundreds of feet high, draped in jungle greenery. Others hide secret caves and hidden lagoons. This is Halong Bay, one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on Earth. But what you're seeing is just the surface of a story 500 million years in the making. To understand how this magical landscape came to be, we need to travel back in time, way before humans, before dinosaurs, to when this part of Vietnam was at the bottom of a warm, shallow sea. About 500 million years ago, this region was submerged beneath an ancient ocean. For millions of years, the skeletons of tiny marine organisms, shells, corals, and plankton, drifted down through the water and settled on the seafloor. Layer by layer, century by century, these calcium-rich remains built up into massive deposits of sediment hundreds of meters thick. But here's where things get interesting. That sediment wasn't destined to stay at the bottom of the ocean. Around 300 million years ago, powerful tectonic forces began pushing the Earth's plates together. The land that would become Southeast Asia was slowly colliding with other continental fragments. This colossal pressure lifted the ancient seafloor right out of the water, exposing those thick layers of sediment to the air. For the first time now exposed, the real transformation began. Rainwater, slightly acidic from absorbing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, started seeping into cracks in the limestone. Over thousands of years, this weak acid dissolved the rock, carving out fissures, tunnels, and eventually massive cave systems. This process, called karst formation, is what gave the limestone its dramatic shapes. But why pillars? Why not just hills or plateaus? The answer lies in the unique combination of pure limestone and consistent rainfall. In areas where the limestone was thickest and most uniform, water dissolved vertical fissures more aggressively, isolating blocks of stone that erosion then sculpted into the iconic towers we see today. The most fascinating part: this process is still happening. The islands of Halong Bay aren't frozen in time, they're actively evolving. Rainfall continues to dissolve the limestone, widening caves and causing occasional collapses. Some pillars have arches at their bases where waves have eroded through. Others have fresh scars from recent rockfalls. What makes Halong Bay particularly special is that sea levels have risen and fallen multiple times over the millennia. During ice ages, when more water was locked in glaciers, the bay was largely dry land, a forest-covered limestone plateau. When glaciers melted and seas rose, the water flooded the lower areas, leaving only the highest peaks exposed as islands. This cycling between land and sea created the bay's most spectacular features: the hidden caves and grottos. Some, like Sung Sot Cave, contain ancient stalactites and stalagmites that formed when the caves were dry. Others have lakes and unique ecosystems that developed during periods of isolation. The human story here is equally fascinating. For thousands of years, people have been drawn to this landscape. Archaeological evidence shows humans living in the caves of Halong Bay as early as 18,000 years ago. Later, the bay became strategically important for Vietnamese forces repelling Mongol invasions in the 13th century. Local legends speak of a dragon that created the islands by spitting jewels into the sea to form a defensive wall, which is how Halong Bay got its name, which means descending Dragon Bay. Today, this geological masterpiece faces new challenges. Tourism brings millions of visitors each year, while development and climate change threaten the delicate balance. But conservation efforts are underway to protect this UNESCO World Heritage Site for future generations. The limestone islands of Halong Bay stand as a testament to the incredible power of slow, persistent natural forces. They remind us that the most beautiful landscapes are often the result of patience, of water dripping on stone for millennia, of continents colliding in slow motion, of seas rising and falling across ages. Have you ever visited a place that made you wonder about its ancient history? Share your favorite natural wonder in the comments below. We might feature it in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe to Wonder Explorer for more journeys into Earth's most incredible landscapes.